So a couple years ago, we put up this patio with these cool lights in the fire pit. We really liked them, but this was the wrong way to do it. So we put these in the planter boxes. I got them anchored to the ground, and I don't know if you could tell, but the whole post is leaning and it's very wobbly. But so here's the problem. So this is underneath here, we got a bunch of concrete. The post is in the concrete in the planter box, and I even got the planter box anchored to the ground. This goes about 3 feet in the ground. That's supposed to keep it from leaning, but you can see what happened. Moisture, water is the worst enemy. So this is the wrong way to do these. What happened is water got in the planter box, between the box and the concrete. At one point, I even put in little drains to try to get the water out, but the water was below the drain, and then it froze and it expanded and contracted, and all the concrete busted. It's even falling out of here, it's chipping out. So today I'm gonna show you the right way to do planter box posts for your lights on your patio. Yeah, buddy.
How did these black? How
Look at
did these black?
Look at that.
Yeah. Dad, how did those crack?
What do you mean? Oh, well, they got water in them. Here's the plan. Here's the old post, and you can see the bottom of the post is actually in great shape. So the cedar did what cedar's supposed to do, and it actually held up perfectly well to all of the moisture that was in the bottom of this planter box. So we know the problem was concrete and water, and the water froze and even busted the concrete. The post pulled right out of there, no problem. So here's the new plan. We're gonna use these wood boxes. These are the old wine barrels. They're gonna look even better. We're gonna drill a bunch of holes in the bottom because the holes are gonna allow for water to get out of the bottom, which was the problem with that guy. And then instead of using concrete, which seems to break apart when it freezes, we're gonna fill it up with a bunch of rocks, and we're gonna actually just anchor the post into the bottom with a composite post base so that it will never rot or anything. And then instead of anchoring the whiskey barrel or the wine barrel to the ground, like we did these, we anchored these to the ground manually. We're going to physically anchor the post to the ground so that it pulls against that, and it should last for a much, much longer time. So I just dumped out the old bucket into a wheelbarrow, and you can just see how powerful the ice is. It literally, there was ice that went in between the posts here, and it actually split the concrete that was in the bottom of the planter. It just split it literally in half, including the plastic as well. But that's the power of ice right there. People wonder about ice and moisture under their house and how houses can move. Well, that's how. Okay, we got the new posts up, and we got the post anchored down to the ground. The post is anchored in the bottom there. It's full of rocks. And then let's check the moment of truth, our drainage. Let's see how well it works. Good job, buddy. Look at that. We got water draining out the bottom, not on the patio. It's exactly what we wanted. Great drainage in the bottom of our barrel so nothing freezes and breaks again in the future. These planter posts worked out great. Really happy. Version 2. These things, they're really solid. I'm pushing on it hard. It's not hardly moving. I was able to suspend the lights much more securely than last time. The post, as you can see, our system here, I got the post cabled just with an eye hook through the side of the barrel and down into the ground. That thing goes about 3 feet down into the ground. That was there before. On version 1, if you remember, this cable came up and just hooked onto the back of these barrels. Those barrels right there. That was a bad idea. Concrete, if you're doing these posts for your yard, don't put concrete in the bottom of the post. Just do a wood barrel, anchor the post to the bottom of the barrel, anchor the post to the ground so that you could tighten this tension up so that they don't start leaning on you. Fill it with rocks. Make sure you get lots of holes in the bottom for good drainage. And then plant a garden. Enjoy your patio. Till next time. Do you guys like the planter boxes?
Yeah.
So enthusiastic. I think they're great.